It's been 137 years, and the most famous killer in history still walks free. The police documents are still open, but within those forgotten files, they reveal a name you've likely never heard. This is the grim story of Whitechapel, 1888. London was the wealthiest city on earth, a capital of power and privilege. But in the slums of the East End, a darker reality existed. Whitechapel was a place of desperation, where thousands lived on the edge of survival. This forgotten corner, blanketed in perpetual shadow, was the killer's perfect hunting ground. The terror began in the summer of 1888. The initial attacks were dismissed by Scotland Yard as isolated, brutal acts. But then, on August 31st, Mary Ann Nichols was murdered. A week later, Annie Chapman. The press started noticing the horrifying signature, precise, surgical violence. The brutality was escalating, and the public realized the killer was not an ordinary murderer. He was meticulous and growing bolder. The panic became hysteria when the killer began sending letters. The most famous was the Dear Boss letter, where the author signed off with the now infamous name, Jack the Ripper. He wasn't just a murderer, he was a showman, taunting the police and the city with cryptic notes, and sometimes even pieces of evidence. The authorities were paralyzed. They followed dozens of leads, a crazed doctor, a foreign sailor, a local butcher. Every clue evaporated. London was desperate, and the killer had become a ghost. The case remains unsolved, but historians have narrowed the field of suspects. The most compelling modern theory points to Kosminski, a Polish immigrant and mental patient, who was later identified by a witness. However, the evidence remained circumstantial, fueled mostly by the diary of a former inspector. Many other names, including Dr. Montague John Druitt, have been endlessly analyzed. But the truth remains the same. The files are closed, and no conviction was ever made. The gas lamps of Whitechapel are long gone, but the mystery of Jack the Ripper still haunts the streets of London. He left no prints, no lasting evidence, only a legacy of fear. And so, the world is left with one final question. Who do you think he was? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more historical deep dives like this, hit the subscribe button.